Hey guys, just before this video starts, it's a great episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Just wanted to say I talk about my Patreon page a lot coming out before this video. That is not the case. I still have some stuff ironing out with Patreon, so you'll hear me talking about it throughout the episode. But just know I have not done the Patreon page yet. So yeah, enjoy the episode. Welcome back, my C-Lovelies, to another episode in our beautiful, wait a minute. This is our testing world. This is a new beautiful, beautiful world, guys. This is the big 5-0, episode 50. Huge milestone for us. And yeah, we're going to have to dive right into this episode because it is a big project episode. I can already guess that this is going to be like 40 plus hours to do, so we got to get going on this. But this episode is going to be kind of based around you guys, the supporters that have gotten me to the point that I am at now. I thought this would be fitting for episode 50. And hopefully earlier in the week, I will have posted a video about the Patreon and some of the benefits, which I'll show you all in this episode. But if you haven't seen it yet, I'll link in the description and I'll go over it quickly, real quick, so I don't bore you guys. But here it is. This is the subscriber skyscraper. That is a tongue twister. Say that 10 times real quick, huh? The subscriber skyscraper, subscriber tower. We might change it, sub tower. I have no idea yet because obviously I haven't seen any of your guys' feedback, and I won't see it until all of this is done. But episode 51, we'll come back to the name of this thing. And this is the first rough draft of this build. Now, originally what I was thinking was, okay, what if we did a 7x7x7 for the rooms? But I realized it wasn't necessarily enough space for me to get the kind of detail that I want. So I came over here and I started working on a 9x9x9 room. And this gives us a lot more room to work with, I feel. And if you don't know, this is what happens. A lot of YouTubers, let's take Etho for example, back when he was just starting off and he wasn't a full-time YouTuber, for all the people that donated to help him make ends meet and to make this turn into a full-time job, he would, like there were strip mines, and he would name it after a donator, that little strip mine that he just did. And then he also did trees. A lot of YouTubers do signs. And as you guys know, I like to take things to the next level. So this is my version of the next level. Now this thing's going to be so tall. I just wanted to build 4 stories for one reason, and that was to get the feel of what this place will feel like. And unfortunately, as you guys can see, we can't really see the 4th story so far. So when we're looking up, we won't be able to see all of them. And that kind of bums me out a little bit because I wanted to be able to see all of them from the center. But as we're going up and down throughout all this, we'll have plenty of opportunities to see everything. And it's going to be awesome. So if you donate a certain amount, or the Patreon page, and I'll go over that stuff at the end of the episode, just so I don't bore you guys in the beginning. And whoever donates a certain amount, I will build them a room. Now it all depends on how much they donate. So if you donate the lowest amount for it, I have my goals have 12 different rooms that are kind of preset. Like, oh, this is the snow themed room. Would you like this? Or, oh, this is the orange and blue Bronco room. And you can choose which one you want. And so let's say 12 people donate. So then that means this whole floor is done with. And then we move up to the second floor. Now, if you pay for a little bit more, I'm going to do a customizable room. So if you want to send me a picture of what the room is that you want me to build, I'll do that. As long as it's not like ridiculous things like all diamond blocks and all iron and stuff like that. Because, you know, all the blocks you see here, yeah, we're not going to be using these because this is a massive build. All the mining type resource blocks we're not going to use. And then there's another one later on. If you donate more, then I'll blow out some of these walls and you'll get all of this space right here. So you get 3 rooms in one pretty much. And we're going to have to come up with something customizable there. Maybe you'll already have something built. Be like, this is what I would like. And I'll be like, all right, let's do it. I thought this would be a fun project and a fun thing to say thank you to all the people that are taking the time to help C-LuvGaming go to the next level and possibly make this a full-time job. That is the end goal, and that means daily videos whenever that thing comes around. And so I wanted to give you guys a little bit of value, you know, for everybody that donated. And so yeah, I hope all of that makes sense. So today what we're going to do is, first of all, we need to build this thing in creative first. Like, I have to make sure everything is right. And so I'm going to walk through the process and and how I think about each step. I had my cousin J-Dog in here earlier, and he was kind of surprised on how I did everything. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to you guys to kind of see what it is. So the first thing I wanted to do is figure out the interior, and I think we've figured it out. Like, just the frame and format of everything. The first story will be completely different though. It'll be kind of like a lobby and stuff like that. So I'll have to figure that out later. And hopefully we'll build that in the survival world today. Just the bottom layer of whatever it's going to be. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. And we also need to come up with the kind of the random rooms that you can choose from. Like I said earlier, like the snow biome room or the sand room. I don't know yet. I'm asking you guys right now on Twitter for ideas. So if you want to take the time to make a 9x9 room, you guys get it. They're going to be open, so it's only 3 walls, 1, 2, and 3. This is going to be open so we can see it from wherever we are at. Feel free to make it, and if I like it, I might make a few tweaks to it, but I will definitely make that an option here in this world, and give you a little shout out for helping me come up with a room. So, and you can name it whatever you want. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be a great project. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So I think I've worked out everything now. So the next thing on the list is to figure out the exterior. Now this is where we're actually going to be placing blocks like detail and stuff coming into play. Stone brick's going to be the main bulk of the build, and it is going to be formatted by this line right here all the way around. This will be a hallway. And this is how we will be getting up and down between each story behind it all. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty neat. I'm looking forward to this build. If you're wondering what the blue means, this is kind of like room for redstone and stuff if I need to have it. So if I want to put a redstone lamp and I need a room for lever, we have that now. And we also have it in the floor for above. So I try to think of everything that I would actually need in this place. So hopefully I don't make any mistakes, because I'm at the point now where I can't really go back if I start building the walls for the outside, the exterior. So this is definitely going to take me a day. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. You guys will see what I've done in the meantime. So I've laid out a few of the blocks that we could potentially work with. Of course, we got all the different colors because I'm looking for another accent color to go with these stone blocks right here, along with some glowstone, because you know me guys, I always like the lighting, and some glass. And I'm definitely having some issues so far, but let me show you what we got. Let's turn around, and there we go. This is what we are working with so far. And I'm still very conflicted. Like this right here, I can't figure this part out, the entranceway. If I can just figure out the entranceway, everything else will become a lot easier, because pretty much we just replicate this one block up, like one layer up. So the next layer, if it starts right here, then it would start at here. And then I would just build everything that you just see here in that space right there, if that makes sense. But with the entranceway, it's unique. Because if I made this little pillar of fire right here, which I kind of like so far, it would be placed right here for this second section, if that makes sense. So it would be window, fire, window, fire, window, fire, window, right there on the second layer. So yeah, I'm definitely having some issues right now. I tried to actually inspired myself, believe it or not, with the old City Hall build. The problem is, though, with the City Hall build, we got to utilize cracked stone brick. And I don't know how much is left in this world. I know I have 5 stacks at my house, but that's not going to be enough with as much as I would like to use it. So we might have to go to the stronghold and just start digging out everything and see if we can actually utilize that block or not. Because right now we're pretty much using stone, brick, and cobblestone, and that's about it. I'm trying to create some unique shapes though where I can utilize some clay behind it. And yeah, it's just been an issue. It's been an issue, but when you get stumped, you do something else, okay? This is the way I operate. Sometimes I'll sit here and I'll just be like, okay, what can I do next? But there becomes a point where it's like, all right, you need to be efficient and you need to look at something else. Let your mind get off of this because your mind will continue subconsciously working on it even when you're not thinking about it. That's been proven. If you're really trying to do something like this, and I like to be creative, so the next issue is we replicate this wall right here along this line, and then we have to figure out how we're going to play this right here. How are we going to connect these two? Yeah, so that's going to be an issue. But what I'm going to do now is expand it a little bit. I think we're going to work on a couple of the rooms to break some of this up. So yeah, I'm going to get to work on, I don't know. I tweeted it out on Twitter, and a few of you guys gave me some suggestions, and I'm just going to kind of roll with it and see what we can come up with. Hello, my C-Lovelies, and welcome to the Guess That Room C-LuvGaming show. Yeah, insert the cool graphic now. We don't have a cool graphic. Sorry about that, guys. I do not have a graphic designer for this show, but you guys are the contestants, and like I said, I am your host. Here is the game, and here's how we're going to play this awesome game. There are 12 rooms. You guys, as the contestants, have to guess the room. For every one that you get correct, you get a point. The max score you can get is 12 points because there's 12 rooms. So when the game is over with, you can post 9/12 in the comment section. Let us know here at C-LuvGaming how many rooms you got correct. So let's have some fun here, and let's see what you guys can come up with. As you guys can see, when we walk in here, you can already start seeing some of the rooms. And it took me a little bit to do this. I'm not gonna lie, it's a couple days later. But we have the rooms. So let us start with this room here. Crap. This room here. Yes. Flawless here at the game show. We never have technical difficulties here. So, what is this room? Now, I'll let you guys get a little bit of a look for it. We have a lot of new subscribers here at C-LuvGaming, so not everybody's going to do as good, but I want you guys to be honest in the comment section. Now, where are we at? Okay. Alright. So I'm going to turn around now, and I'm going to show you guys what place this is, and if you said Exalted's Kitchen, you are correct. This is a replica of Exalted's Kitchen, and yeah, that's 1 point for you if you got it right. So let's move on to this little beaut. Where are we now? As you can see, we have a little bit of a diving board up here. Unfortunately, it's not accessible. You cannot fall in from up there. But there's a nice little door to the left, you know, a little bit of weird terrain to the right. So if you guessed Exalted's Pool, then you are correct. So let's move on to the next one. Now, I should note this. Not all of them are related to C-LuvGaming. Sometimes they're a Minecraft theme, and sometimes there's something else. So just keep that in mind here with this game. So this one is a lovely build. It looks like it is a red Ford truck, and it is carrying some wood in the back. Has a nice little room here and a nice little workbench over here, along with another little bench with a couple of anvils. So, put in your guess now, and as we take a look and see, it is the garage. Yes, this is nothing in Minecraft or C-LuvGaming. Only a certain amount of you might recognize which one this is. And, I personally love this one. This one might be my favorite. Some of you guys might instantly recognize this if you have been a long C-LuvGaming subscriber of mine. As we are wrapping up this series, it is the Isles of Eden, our little storage room that we sit at. And whenever we store all of our stuff and we have to regroup for our next little quest for conquering all the islands. But yeah, I really like this one. I'm gonna guess almost every single one of you guys will get this one right, even if you're a new subscriber. But this one, Wither Skeleton Farm, that is right. So if you got that one, I think most of you guys would have got that one pretty quickly. But let's move on to this one. Now this one I think is gonna stump some of you guys, and I just looked. You know what? No, I'll see if I can blur out that little moment of me going third person. But I do believe this one's going to give a few of you guys a little bit of an issue here. So, what is this room? Very old episode when I made this. There's even a chicken in it, and I swear I did not put that chicken in there, but there is a chicken normally in this world in this one. But the answer is the 100 subscriber room. I made this room a long time ago. For my very first 100 subscribers. Now over here, we have a beautiful, beautiful room here. Very light in color. Beautiful sun in the background. Now, I'm sure most of you guys, even if you have not watched me, know what this is. And this is our little temple pyramid, whichever one you want to call it. So, hopefully you guys are keeping up with your scores, okay? I need you guys to be keeping up with everything here. We got 5 more rooms. 5 more rooms. Now what is this one here? I'm sure most of you guys can figure this out. Most of these are pretty easy. I'll give it to you. But if you got any wrong, don't feel ashamed. This one here is the village. So yeah, I could maybe add a cloud somewhere in there. Now this one's a good one, I think. This was the last one I just built. And some of you guys will instantly recognize this, but the correct answer is the lighthouse. That is correct. My old mob farm. Well, I guess it's still running. So, my current mob farm. That's right. Who recognizes this? Yeah. Anybody recognize this? I know some of you guys recognize this one. But, it is no longer in our world. That's a hint for you guys. So, I'm going to turn around now. And the old C-Luv bedroom. That is correct. I've recently taken out my bedroom because I need more storage room above. So yeah, we're having to rearrange it. I didn't like running upstairs all the time to sleep. I don't know if I'm going to do an exact replica of the room, but it's a possibility if you guys are a fan of the original. Here is another little place. Nice little place that you can sometimes quench your thirst if you're thirsty in the too hot world. Of course, we have a lovely moose head above. And the correct answer to this, and as you can see, another little hint, you can see the lighthouse through the windows. That is what that red and white is. And pow, Exalted's bar. That is correct. Good job. And a very lovely one. Some of you, I think every single one of you guys will have watched this. I think I spent some time in it last episode. There's a sheep in here. It is enchanting its wool. Just ignore that. Ignore this sheep. And the correct answer is the Achilles Enchanting Room. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that. I had a little bit of fun whenever I thought of the game show idea. But yeah, comment down below now. How many you got right? Be honest. Don't be lying. Don't be trying to be cool and give 12 of 12 when you really only got 10. Alright. I know most of these were pretty easy, but hopefully some of you guys had some fun with it. So now you guys are starting to get a feel of what this place is going to be like. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I just built 12 random rooms. I'm sure we'll add some more along the way. I'm still working it out of how the Patreon members will get it. Like I've said, I've probably already made a video about how everything works. But I came across something interesting. whenever I was thinking about it, I was like, well, what if like all of my subscribers want the same thing? Like, I don't want to have 9 Isles of Edens on one floor. So I might make one where be like, for the Patreon members, be like, okay, if you pay for this, then you get a randomized one. You know, we'll figure out a way to randomize it, and you'll get one of these rooms, and you won't know which one. But maybe if you pay a couple bucks more, you can choose your room, but you can't choose it if there's already 2 of the same one on a floor. I'm trying to work out some of this stuff right now, because I want this place to look nice. And I don't want it to be, I don't know, like all of the same thing on one floor. That's something that I'm kind of worried about, because I also want to give you guys what you guys want. So yeah, I'm hoping some of you guys will all want a little bit of something different, but I don't know. There might not be anybody that wants the pool, so I think I might have to go with the randomized thing, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it anyways. And then of course, if you pay a little bit more, and you can design your own little room and then send me a picture of it and be like, all right, I will build this. It's pretty simple if you're curious, and if you're going to end up doing that. It is 9 wide by 9 long. So it goes wall, 9 blocks, wall, 9 blocks this way, wall, and then it's 8 blocks ceiling is how I have it worked out. I believe it's 8 blocks. Let's just count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So just like I said there, hopefully that makes sense for you guys. So if any of you guys are interested in it, and I hopefully you guys like this. I'm really worried about the reception for this idea. But yeah, so now that I've done that, I've had some fun with that. I really had some fun building all of these. You guys can also post ideas for future rooms as well, that I could possibly build and have a little bit of a variety. But I'm going to keep thinking about, by the end of this episode, hopefully I'll have it all done, you know, so it all makes sense. Everybody knows what they're getting if they decide to sign up. And yeah, I'll be very clear in the Patreon video, hopefully. But as of now, I might work a little bit on the interior. Like, originally I was thinking about having like a lobby and all this other cool stuff down here, but I might just start the rooms right here on the bottom level. I really just might, and then I might put a fountain here in the middle of the room, and we'll try to figure out a nice little floor design to keep everything lit up and not have it where torches are on the ground. So I think what I'm going to do next is start working up the next little stories. I need some time to figure everything out. I forgot about the little dog that died right here. Oops. Didn't mean to break that.
Sorry. Yeah, what was his name? Can't remember. Didn't you kill him? You like knocked him off, didn't you?
I feel like we have this on footage somewhere. Is it on footage?
I don't know. All I know is he fell off and he hit that one random block right here. Yeah. And then he eventually died.
And that's what happened. I totally forgot about that. Hi guys. Welcome back. We were just talking about whenever we expand our world, whenever we originally built Exalted's house, we were like, who cares about the backside of your house? Who's gonna see it? I mean, we're at the world border. I can't move at all. But once it's expanded, we might have a bit of an eyesore here, Exalted.
I'll keep the dog thing there forever, but I'm gonna have to fix this window. I'm gonna have to...
I mean, I love being able to see your doorbell.
Yeah, let's see if it still works, actually. I
think it does. By the way, if you guys are wondering, we are in a duplication of our world. We're in our normal world, creative test world. I think it still works. So yeah, we're in our creative test world, and there's a reason why we are here, and this is not the reason why. We got a little bit sidetracked here. But I say we go check it out. Also, Exalted, I love the way you just, yep, that right there. That's gonna look lovely.
I'll get rid of those doors.
Well,
I don't know why I have a door. Yeah, I don't know why I have a door just leading out of my bedroom to nothing, to the wall, the invisible.
It's awesome. But as you guys can see, do you see what I'm looking at? As we get closer and closer, You see that we may have, well, I may have, built this a little bit taller than I anticipated.
You think?
Maybe by a hair. I mean, I still love the
C-Luv,
idea.
this is huge. Like,
I'm not worried about the
huge.
materials. It's not the materials I'm worried about. Because this is going to probably take like 1.5 to 2 years to build, like for all the Patreon members and all that people that donate. Because I'd be building it one floor at a time, but I think this is a bit of an eyesore. Look how small Exalted looks.
Just keep
man.
building, just keep building.
Which method do you like more? Left or right, or going straight up like you're doing now?
I think straight up. With some swiftness potion, you can knock that out pretty quick.
Good gosh. I mean, alright. C-Lovely's family, friends, listen here. Let's just imagine we're building a AFK fishing hut for today's video, okay? You know, I'm like, alright, well, we're going off this way, and then you just see this massive beast. I mean, you can't even tell the details from here. Right now, it's just nothing but stone brick. But I mean, when is too big, too big? Like, do we need to build this where we can't spot it from our mountainside? Let's get a little bit of a closer look, guys, what we're working with here. Originally, I came over here. This was my first thought. I was like, yes, right here is where we're going to build it. Because this is where I've always kind of wanted to have my little subscriber-based thing. Well, as you guys can see, that's clearly not going to work in this area. Not in the slightest. I still don't know what I want to do with this area, but I'll have something there at some point. Then we came over here, and originally when I was looking down at the place, I was like, yeah, this is a great location. We'll bump it over like 7 to 9 blocks this way, so possibly, you know, somewhere around this emerald or this emerald. We could terraform the path a little bit here, the little river. It would loop all the way around. We'd cut out some of this, get rid of the ice, come through here, rip up this land, continue it onwards. Then we could have we got a village there. We got a village there. I could have added some custom little houses all the way throughout to make it like one massive village. I still love the location, but we might have to have a limit to how high this thing goes. Or we continue building this beast, but we put it on the other side of the world where we can't see it here.
Over by the where we did
horses.
our that, or where we where we did our travel 150 blocks in a minecart episode or whatever.
As far away as possible. Yeah, I'm at it now. Yeah. It's still here in all of its glory. Oh man, you want to see it?
Completely out of sight. Yeah, I don't even know where to go. It's been so long since I've been over there. Oh, there I am.
Yeah, let me make this a day real quick.
Dude, that was such an awful... I could not... That was an episode, wasn't it?
It was an episode. It was like episode 12 or something.
I could not do it. I don't even remember. I fell out and then fell off and couldn't get it back onto the track.
Yeah, you're upset with that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Some problems.
But here's where we did the horses. I left them because it...
I don't know, man. So if we did it over here, what about just this area where this cave is, you know?
Let me see where you're at.
Like, basically, I'm right above you. So basically, like, we're close to this village, but flatten out this mountain a little bit, knock down those trees.
Possibility, yeah. This might work over here. I'm gonna have to build a tunnel all the way out to here.
For minecart?
Yeah, it might have to be a nether-based one. One thing to mention, guys. There's been a new update while we've been doing all this.
and I'm going to do an in-depth breakdown for you guys right now. It's going to be pretty lengthy, so you guys are going to have to stay in with me. Acacia wood, dark oak wood. That is it. We have done the update. Thank you for dealing with that that lengthy breakdown.
Well, and there were also various bug fixes, C-Luv.
You are correct, there are. And here's the thing, we can't even get this in survival mode. We can't even get these blocks. I know. I hear you guys complaining behind the monitor. It's ridiculous. Don't even get me started on it. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to transition, though. Back to on topic. Exalted's flying around. Now, he's going to place a line of emerald blocks where he thinks the roof should be. The highest point on this beast. I'm going to switch this to day for us as well while he's doing that. So there we go. Exalted.
Alright.
Place that line.
I'm not 100% sure what I think.
Sorry, you can do a few if you want. Then we can compare and contrast.
Maybe...
Look how small he looks from here. That's ridiculous. That just tells you how big it is, guys. Because we can also go down into the ground, guys. I'm not worried about the building materials when we're doing this, guys. What I'm worried about is the eyesoreness of this beast. That's what I'm worried about. How big of an eyesore is this thing going to be? So you think right there?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It could always be lower than that, too. In my opinion, man, that's just huge. Even
It's
that, I
ginormous.
think, cut off. It's big. But I think... You could
And we
always
also
build
add
something out.
11 blocks to the left and to the right on a diagonal. That's another thing. And I haven't worked that out yet.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed getting a little bit of Exalted. We're back here on the beautiful mic. Whenever I'm having to record, our voices have to switch headsets. It's a weird process that I have to do, and that's why the quality of it wasn't as good. Exalted actually sounded pretty good, but I didn't. My internet has been really bad lately, and that's part of how... It doesn't matter. But one thing Exalted did say to me was, why did you want to build this? And I didn't know why. And so I had to think about it. He's left now. It's about 5 hours later. I've been thinking about it. And the reason why I wanted to build it is because this is kind of out of my comfort zone. This is something I haven't conquered yet. I feel like lately I've been conquering the projects of the big farms. And we're going to continue doing that, obviously. I mean, I love doing that. But I want other beautiful structures. The only time I've ever come anywhere close to it was with City Hall. And at the time, a lot of my subscribers did not care at all about City Hall. But I think it looks awesome in our world. So this is kind of why I wanted to do this project, this challenge here. I don't want to give up on it. But I have to put some thought into it. I really need your guys' advice relating to some of this stuff. So I'm going to get my thoughts together, and I'll have some questions for you guys. But let's focus in for a second, and let's pretend, we're here on the mountain. We're here on top of the mountain. We saw the phase effects, the hazy effects from a distance. So we can kind of see what this would look like at a distance right now. It looks okay. But as we get closer, now we're going to drop to the ground, like we're walking, from the mountain to the place. And as you can see, we can see a little bit of the shapes from here. We can see the window outlines. We obviously see the nether brick. We see the fire. And let's kind of focus down below, because we won't see the green emerald blocks. So let's focus down a little bit down here. It's very dark in between those windows, especially these two over here. As we continue to get closer and closer, now we see some of the iron gates. Some of the details are coming in. We're starting to see a little bit of some noise. We're starting to see cobblestone come in. And then we get closer, and then we can start really seeing the depth and the detail and how it just pops out in certain places. And we're right underneath it now. So it's important to get all of these different views. Like, what are the views that you're actually going to be coming at this extraordinary build at? Like, this is a beast. This is tall. This is nothing I've ever done. And For the walls, I mean, I feel like I'm set there. I don't know really what to do. I thought about putting some buttons randomly throughout, and I still might do that. But that's just really, really tiny details at that point. So I'm just trying to figure it out, and I think maybe one of the issues is how rounded this is. There's also no detail right now on this, on the side. I just placed blocks there. But what I could do is possibly bring it out. You know, if we make it more squarish, that might make it look better. I don't know. That could work. You know, and just bring it straight up. That might look a little bit better. And then we would have another little thing to deal with here, however. So that's a possibility right there. That might be the issue. The curve of the corner. So if I don't know if I'm going to ask any questions about that, but if you see me talking about the corner of the building, this is what in regards to. Because I love, the best thing about being a YouTuber now is getting feedback from other people. Because I feel like with a build like this, I've never wanted feedback more than on this building. So if you're the person that just enjoys the videos, you know, never comments or anything like that, take a look at some of those straw poll questions, if you can. That would be an act of kindness that you could be like, yep, I helped that dude out today. So feel good if you decide to answer some of the straw poll questions. But let's take a look inside. Enough rambling for now. So let's go in, you know. I'm not in love with this entrance, by the way, yet. This is not a permanent, nothing's permanent. But let's go inside. As you can see, you know, we're at the other layer. Now, I put this glowstone just to light up this window. Otherwise, it looks very dark. And we might actually have to change the window panes. I don't know what I would change it to, though. But here's one weird corner. I haven't, of course, there's no detail involved in any of this yet. But we can get a little bit of the feel for it. We can come upstairs. And, you know, you can continue going up the stairs like this. And the way it would work is, I decided that we're going to only have 11 rooms on a floor. Only 11, because right now there's 12. And one of those, one of the center ones, will be taken out. And that will be the way we come in, is through that way. So, yeah, that's another thing I got to figure out. Like, maybe this floor right here is the entranceway. And then on the next floor, this one's the entranceway. And then on this floor, this one's the entranceway. So maybe I kind of do a curve. I just got to figure out the flow of how we're walking up everything. There's a lot of things to take into account in a build this big. And I think I'm not going to have iron blocks, by the way. I'm going to probably put in just some stone slabs. I think that will probably be it. I think that's the closest thing that resembles the iron without actually having to use iron. And I think that'll be nice. I always think stone slabs are always a good floor choice. So this is what I'm working at. And I think I'm going to call it for today. I think we're going to call it for today. Originally, with this episode, I was going to come in and we were going to go into our world and we were going to build all of this floor. And then possibly all of the second floor. And but I don't even know where I wanted at in this world. So there's a lot of things that we got to take into account. And if you guys aren't into this, and I'm obviously not going to be building this, but I hope you guys are into this, because I definitely want to build this. I just don't know if it looks good. I don't know if it looks good, and I don't want it to be an eyesore. It's very big. It's very big. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. I tried my best to come up with an awesome episode 50. This is a milestone. And this episode just didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, but this episode, this episode is good. I feel like this was a good episode, but we're just a little confused on whether or not to go through with this beast. So guys, I hope you did enjoy. Please show your support with leaving a like and commenting down below. Of course, my social media has been awesome lately. You're missing out if you're not doing it, guys. I posted a Throwback Thursday video to a video that I feel was very underrated. Like top 5 best videos on my channel. Has like only 100 something views, I think. And so if you're on Instagram, go ahead and check that out. I love that video. That was awesome. But yeah, this is it, guys. And just imagine it a lot taller. Like we obviously don't have a roof yet for it as well. So that's another little aspect that is kind of missing from it. But yeah, I'm signing out, guys. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Here's to the next 50 episodes. Deuces. And don't forget to check the straw poll questions. One thing I forgot to actually talk about was the Patreon page. So I was going to explain at the end of the video. I saw that while I was editing. And as of right now, Patreon page is not out yet. I'm still working on stuff because I don't know if this is actually going to be a thing or not. This was a big part of my Patreon page. It's not the full thing, but it's definitely one of the benefits that you would get if you decided to do it. And I think Exalted's going to maybe hook me up with an Xbox 360 controller. Because I know most of my subscribers, I just keep hearing people still on the 360. So I guess I might have to plug in my 360 if we're ever going to do Hunger Games. Because I do want to have Hunger Games as part of the package for Patreon. So, yeah. That's just another little thing I thought I'd throw in there. Patreon page is not set yet. So stay tuned for that. In the future, we'll work out all this. But I need your guys' feedback first before I can go any further. But yeah, alright. You guys have a good day. Deuces.